What Radu? Welcome to episode 18 of the Gotni Gurdio podcast. I'm your host, Abigail Jacobs, with a two-part feature today on updates from the workforce development team here at Dewa Dunizakta. Our second half will discuss the exciting expansion of Durama's Café at the Kanatahkwèn Cultural Arts Community Center. But first, I'm joined by Workforce Development Counsellor Corinna Phillips and Dewa Dunizakta client TammyJo Lahache to give insight on the process and experience of being a vocational client. So we're going to talk today about the process of being a client and working with a workforce development counselor. TammyJo, you've gone through the whole process. And Corinna, you've been working at Dewa Dunizakta for how long now?
Around 4 years now.
Amazing. Can you tell us a bit about your role as a workforce development counselor here at Dewa Dunizakta?
Sure. So a big part of my role is really getting to know you a little bit and understanding what your interests are, the type of learner you might be, and ultimately your goal and what it is you're hoping to achieve. From there, we're able to decide if you would like to see different types of programs that are offered or available to you, whether it's vocational or post-secondary or maybe even other specialized trainings. So we can discuss your different skill sets and provide job searching techniques and preparation, like creating or revamping your resume, working on meaningful letters of intent, and even assisting preparing you for job interviews by simulating a mock interview.
Cool. What kind of clients do you typically work with? What stages of their career journey are they usually in?
So we meet with clients who might be at all different stages and starting points in their lives. Maybe they're looking for a career change or an industry change. Maybe they've been at home raising their families and are looking to enter the workforce, sometimes for the first time. So it really varies. And we service clients anywhere from 16 years old up until 65 and beyond.
Nice. TammyJo, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what led you to choose vocational studies?
Of course. So my name is TammyJo Lahache. I have 3 kids. I'm a partner. Basically, my kids all grew up. My youngest is 11. I really wanted to join the workforce. And I have my own business. Well, I help run my own business and assumed that my trainings that I would take would help me with that too.
Cool. So which program or trade did you choose to study? What drew you to that field?
Well, I took the administrative assistant boot camp here at Dewa. Well, it started with my business. I figured it would help me with that. But I also was interested in secretary studies in general. Since I was little, I was always very interested in that.
Nice. How did you first hear about Dewa Dunizakta and the supports they provide for returning to school?
Well, basically, I knew about them my whole life.
Yeah.
But I only accessed the services probably around 2 years ago when I wanted to take the administrative assistant boot camp.
So, Corinna, when somebody like TammyJo or any other clients, Ganawagironu, are interested in returning to school, how do you help them identify the right vocational path?
So ultimately, whatever decision you make is your own. I believe that you know yourself best. So there are some helpful tools we can use together to determine this. So we do offer some assessments that help evaluate your interests and generate different career or job suggestions for you. From here, we would discover which programs are similar and available or which jobs are in demand within the community. And then we would begin your individual action plan to start these steps to move you in the right direction.
So that's a nice little intro to the process. What does the rest of the process look like? Your first meeting and then getting the clients to start their program or training.
So this could look like registering to complete maybe high school credits, taking a general development test, taking some trainings to update your resume, just really trying to meet you where you're at and assisting as best as we can within our scope of services. We do have a process for applying for funding with Dewa Dunizakta. So we would just take you through those steps and work with you to get you to that point where you're ready to start your program.
You mentioned funding. What kind of supports are available to vocational students through Dewa Dunizakta, like the financial assistance, your guidance, and follow-up support?
For funding, that's available for students who are enrolled in full-time programs. Of course, it's always best to check with your workforce development counselor to discuss your options and just make sure that your program is eligible for this if this is an option you're looking to do.
What types of funding are there? I know sometimes people get allowances. Is it only having full-time vocational allowance, or are there other programs?
Right. So funding is available for tuition costs up to a certain number, of course. Monthly allowances are available. If you have children, we do have rates with dependent care. It's really based on your own personal scenario. We do have funds available for equipment, material, supplies as well. So even if your program maybe isn't full-time, you're still able to access tuition and funds for equipment, material, supplies.
TammyJo, what kind of services or assistance did you access through Dewa Dunizakta?
I needed help filling out the form for my boot camp.
Okay.
I needed resume and a letter of intent. Corinna helped me to do my resume. I did my own letter, but she helped guide me to understand how it's formatted and put together. She helped me with applying for the boot camp.
Okay. And how did those supports, do you find, helped you start or continue your career?
It helped tremendously. For real, Corinna's like my favorite. She is. She helped me so much. I've used her as my counselor after that as well to help with resume writing again, to update my resume.
So what did that mean to you to have her support while you were re-entering the workforce and have her help there for your letter of intent and these kind of things?
It meant a lot to me. Even though the first time around I knew what I was doing now, I still felt comfortable that Corinna knew what she was doing and she was going to do her best to help me.
Corinna, you don't just work with the clients alone. You also, as a counselor and Dewa Dunizakta, collaborate with training institutions and employers to help the clients transition successfully into their fields. How does that come about?
We have a great relationship with different school boards in the area, Dewa Dunizakta and the other maybe guidance counselors at these school boards. So we're here for support and we communicate regularly. If you're maybe struggling in school or need some additional support, we're able to find resources for you or refer you to the right service. We collaborate for different programming like the Administrative Boot Camp and surrounding school boards for specialized trainings.
TammyJo, what are your career goals after you completed your vocational training? You finished admin boot camp and originally you said, I was starting it to help with my home business. How did that maybe change for you or strengthen when you finished your admin boot camp?
It did help me tremendously with my business, but then being a stay-at-home mom for so many years, I wanted to get out there. I was able to get a job as an on-call receptionist, and then doing that, I wanted to do more, maybe administrative assistant work, which I have gotten to do.
Yeah.
In the past year.
So you ended up stepping out of the home business and going back into the workforce and building your experience.
Yes, for sure. It was a part of my ultimate goal. It worked both ways for me. It helped with my business and it helped with my career.
Amazing. How do you feel the experience has influenced your confidence or your goals for the future?
A lot. Hang on, because I'm like, it was everything. I don't even know how to put it in words. That's how much confidence it's given me, really. I don't even know how to put it into words.
So then when you got back into work, what were some things that maybe you had never done before? What were some challenges that you had to overcome and now you feel like you've mastered these pieces of your career?
So, really it starts with just getting back onto a schedule and learning how to balance my work life along with my personal life and my business life. It's a lot.
And what are some skills or challenges that maybe you didn't expect to happen, but now you've mastered and you feel like you've really gained that experience?
As a mom, you're so busy and you're used to handling schedules that are all over the place, but I didn't realize how difficult it would be to balance my work schedule with my already busy home schedule.
And what do you like about doing the work that you've chosen? What do you like about your career path?
Everything. It's totally my forte. I like helping. I like using computers in general and inputting information. I love socializing. I'm a sociable person.
Do you see yourself continuing to connect with Dewa Dunizakta for career or training opportunities in the future?
Oh, of course. I actually, in the meantime, I did do an Excel intermediate class here. And I've seen some of the upcoming paths that I'm also interested in. So, of course,
Nice. And what advice would you give to other Ganawagironu who might be considering a vocational trade and don't know where to start?
Just go for it. So reach out to Dewa. Don't hesitate. It's never too late or too early. Just go for it. It's really worth it. Do it for yourself.
Yeah. And Corinna, how can Ganawagironu get in touch or begin working with a workforce development counselor?
Before I answer that, I just want to say that our role as workforce development is to really act as a support to help you get to the next step of your career journey and reach your goals. Oftentimes, it's as simple as knowing what your options are or simply having a conversation about it to really solidify your options and decisions that you have. But in order to reach us, you can go to dewa.ca and fill out our client registration form. Our client support clerk will reach out to you, get a little bit of information before assigning you to a workforce development counselor. Then we can schedule an appointment and start your journey.
Yeah, I'll go off for your time today and can't wait for everybody to meet all their new clients and people to start their educational journeys.
Yeah.
Now, Abby.
Up next, we're joined by the Workforce Development and Social Enterprise Unit of Dewatdunit who are going to be housing Dudama's Café at Kanatahkwèn. Thank you for joining us, Angie and Drake. Can you start by introducing yourself with your title and sharing what you do at Dewatdunit?
So my name is Drake, and I serve as the Social Enterprise Manager at Dewatdunit. So I oversee the new Social Enterprise Unit within Workforce Development, where we focus on creating meaningful employment, training, and entrepreneurship opportunities through community-owned businesses like Dudama's.
And hi, I'm Angie Marquis, Director of Workforce Development. My role at Dewatdunit is overseeing our unit and workforce. Like Drake said, the social enterprise is a new unit that we just started in September, expanding and growing, and we're excited to talk about the new cafe.
For those in the community who might not be familiar, how would you describe what a social enterprise is?
So a social enterprise is a business that operates with a community goal in mind, not just profit. So it's not just about selling products or services, or in this case, running a cafe. It's about creating opportunities. So what that means to us here at Dewatdunit, it means giving youth hands-on employment experience, supporting local entrepreneurs by showcasing their products, and working with Indigenous suppliers whenever possible. So the goal for us is to use business as a tool for community growth and connection.
So now, how does Dudama's Café represent that idea in Kahnawake and Kanatahkwèn?
So Dudama's really represents what a social enterprise is all about. It's a community-run cafe by us here at Dewatdunit, and it really gives a youth a chance to learn skills, build confidence, and gain that work experience that we were talking about in a supportive setting. It also helps local entrepreneurs by selling and promoting their products. So whether that means, snacks, baked goods, some of our suppliers have even used it as a showcase or a trial run to build their own business to the point where they were able to open up their own storefront. Additionally, it serves as a gathering place where people can connect, share ideas, and support one another. So we very often have different community organizations, businesses join us to offer informational events, kiosks, and sometimes even workshops.
And now all of that is going to be expanded and featured not only at the hub that's in Kahnawake, but also at this new location at Kanatahkwèn.
Absolutely.
Nice. Angie, you've been, as the Director of Workforce, you've been with this project right from kind of the beginning, the initial concept of having Dudama's at Kanatahkwèn. So how did it all start up? How did you guys get involved?
Kimberly Cross, our tourism manager, I think wanted to give us the first dibs. She knew that there was a cafe-style concession stand that was going to be in the building, and thought it would be a good idea to see if we wanted to be the next cafe in the new cafe in the building. And we are also, able to partner a lot and work together collaboratively with tourism, knowing that we're all part of Dewatdunit. If there's events taking place, we will know who to reach out to ensure we got enough food and we have enough drinks. Supplies are, if there's a big event happening, how are we going to ensure that, everything runs smoothly. So I think that was the main idea. And then also, we currently at our current cafe, oftentimes the tourism unit will refer some of their tourists to the cafe for snacks or somewhere to visit, and it's limited in what we could offer there. So in this new cafe, we know that there's going to be a kitchen. So we're hoping to have more foods, more traditional foods, where tourists can have the full experience of Kahnawake and our culture. So we want to be able to offer that too. So it's not really just going to be the cafe and like coffee and, snacks. We're going to have and hope for more food and variety of things there.
Exciting. When community members stop by and when tourists come to visit the new cafe, what kind of experiences or services can they expect? Like you mentioned, more traditional foods and things. What other kind of things do we have slated?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of what Angie mentioned in terms of where we're able to expand and already what we're offering at our first location right in the center of the community. But when people stop by, really what we want them to feel is at home. As with the name Tóta, we want them to feel just like you're visiting at home and just having a nice cup of coffee. So obviously you can expect great coffee, friendly service, and a space that really reflects who we are as a community, whether you're a community member there to share that time with others or whether you're a visitor coming to see what we have to offer. We'll be featuring, as of right now, seasonal as well as locally made products, so snacks, baked goods, so on. As I mentioned, we also have a ton of different events going on. So whether you always want to know what's going on in the community, staying up to date with the different current events that are happening, we have a lot of people who host those right there at Tóta, and we're hoping to expand what we're able to provide at the new location. So really, whether you're grabbing a coffee, connecting with friends, or just looking to discover some new local products, it's a space that's built for everyone.
I love that. It's a space that everybody can come to visit, but also support Kanatahkwèn and the community as a whole. As a social enterprise, what for you are you most excited? You're going to be the coordinator of this new space and the expansion. What are you most excited about in this new venture as it comes to life?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, just even throughout this conversation, talking about all the new opportunities that this space will bring, not just for the cafe, but really for the community. This new location means that we're able to provide more opportunities for youth to gain work experience, that we're able to support more local suppliers and entrepreneurs and who we can partner with, and in such a hopefully high traffic area where their products and our community can really be seen, and being right alongside the tourism office, the museum, the theater. This also really opens doors to share our culture with visitors in a way that feels authentic, and it's a chance to showcase who we are and what we have to offer.
We also have it in our strategic plan to incorporate more language and culture to our programs and services. So this being a social enterprise cafe, we're, like Drake said, hiring youth. There's the one that near that's program that's just next door as well. Maybe offering them opportunities for part-time work, bringing their skills and bringing their knowledge and their new language into the cafe, promoting products, using more of our language, culturally relevant products and what have you. So we want to make those partnerships with everybody in the building.
Awesome. And I mean, lastly, on a personal note, everybody in the community is looking forward to something in Kanatahkwèn. What are you guys most looking forward to in this new space?
I'm really looking forward personally to see other people experiencing it for the first time, walking into the new space, recognizing familiar faces, seeing some products from local entrepreneurs that they may know. I think it'll be really special to watch, especially our baristas and our youth take pride in their work over there and see our community showcased in such a beautiful way, kind of giving the sense that, this is ours. And I was lucky enough to have a tour of the building throughout the construction phase. And I remember just looking and seeing how grand it was. And I can't wait for others to share in that experience. But even for myself and to see those others, like what I saw was an empty structure. But soon it'll be filled with museum artifacts, with artwork, and most importantly, the people and the visitors who will bring the space to life.
For me, I am really excited. I wish I could be there on a day where all of these young, talented, aspiring actresses and actors see the theater. It's absolutely amazing. It's huge. It's professional. I can't wait for them to see what they're going to be able to experience and work with. Mm-hmm. It's great. It really is.
And of course, we can't wait for everyone to see, and that's why we're here, letting you know all of the things that are going to be happening at Kanatahkwèn with the new Tóta Cafe expansion. Thank you so much for your time and joining us today.